Back on Boomer TV with a guy who's done a great job of kind of branding himself as a business expert. I know a little bit about branding. I've read about it.
He's master brander, that's why.
And Gerry's done an excellent job too in kind of a different media areas. Interesting guy.
Yeah, Inside Indiana Business with Gerry Dick. You're going to meet him now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gerry Dick. Welcome to the premiere of Indiana Business This Week. Starting now, you have a weekly choice for the best in local business news, interviews with corporate executives, and a look ahead at what will happen in business next week.
All right, guys, they've somehow let us in here to the very secret studio with the one and only Gerry Dick, Inside Indiana Business. Thank you for having us.
Well, welcome.
I feel
it's
very
great to have
special.
You.
It is quite an honor. You are going to be celebrating 20 years?
20 years. It's hard to believe. You know, I started this show when I was 5.
It's got to, I mean, right? It's got to be. And you know,
Yeah.
you're not the first one to try a show like this with this format.
Yep.
But week after week, you're bringing in some of the top leaders,
Yep.
entrepreneurs, breaking news stories. What is it about this show that keeps this continued success?
Well, I think it is the guests. I think that, you know, the guests are the star of the show. And there are so many good things, really good things going on, not just here in central Indiana, Indianapolis, and the region, but every corner of the state. And that's what we really have really tried to focus on over 20 years, is focusing on the stories and people, the people making things happen, whether that's a C-level executive, you know, a CEO or CFO, or a mom and pop entrepreneur, a young professional, whatever the case might be, academic institutions. And then really giving them an opportunity to talk about what they're doing, how they did it, and the impact on communities. So really, I think that the secret sauce, if you will, is there are lots of great people doing lots of really great things in Indiana, and people want to hear about it.
You know, our viewers, boomers, what kind of advice would you give them when you're looking at your balance of career, family? You do so much in the community, charity. What is it that kind of keeps you going every day?
Yeah, I think that balance is important, and a lot of people talk about it, and people will say that I seem to be everywhere, and I do
get everywhere.
Out and get around, but I really do try to focus on limiting it, rarely doing things on the weekend. Outside of you know, family things. I am busy during some evenings, but try to limit that. And as we have grown and matured as a company and an organization, I can be a little choosier on what events and things I go to. So I think it's important that you are intentional about connecting to community and doing things, but also keeping that balance. And you know, technology is great. It can be a kind of a maddening kind of thing, but technology to me enables me to do more things and to stay connected to family. Our kids are out of the home now, but I started this when they were all still there, and through a big part of that. So using technology to just clean out emails and take care of some of that, the minutia that gets, you know, it takes up so much time. Even on vacations, I try to unplug, but I don't completely, because when I get back, I'm somewhat organized and can you know, hit the ground running as well.
Now, has that been challenging as news has changed over the years? As now, I mean, Inside Indiana Business is on social media, and you guys, I mean, has that been a challenge, or you continue to kind of adapt?
It's a challenge, but on the one hand, it's fun. I mean, it really is, especially on the social media side. I think social media is, on balance, I think it's awesome. I think it's great. It's fun. It's got some negatives to it. I think there's a real bad side to it in terms of some of the information gets out there, and some of the hate speech, frankly, that gets out there, and those types of things. But for us, it's a very important part of our daily news cycle. I mean, it is. All of our stories, virtually all of our stories, are in some fashion on social media, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram in particular. The challenge is keeping up with what that next social media piece is going to be, and how you leverage it. But technology has really frankly enabled me to do this. Because I think back 20 years ago when we started, and 18 years ago we started our company, we wanted to do radio. And back then you needed an ISDN line, or you needed some, you know, really, you know, an expensive hookup to be able to do radio. Now you do radio on your computer. You know, you've got a cut and paste type program. I do radio most days from home. Our staff will do it. Obviously, they do it from here, but can do it remotely. Television, unbelievably, we can send our show via FTP. We can send our show via the internet to stations around the state.
Yeah.
So whereas 10 years ago, 15 years ago, we had to get a satellite uplink time, and it was expensive, and there were moving parts there. Now we just take our show, 60-minute show, HD content, and it goes over the internet, which is
incredible.
crazy.
Yeah, it's incredible, reaching a whole new
Yep.
audience. Well, Gerry, I cannot thank you enough for having us here to the Secret Studio.
Secret Studio,
Secret
yes.
Studio, all kinds of secret things. So we really appreciate it. For now, I am Amanda Clark with Boomer TV.